Yeah. Turn the There you go. It's time to make a change for once in my life. What's good? We here, the last show of the new year. You know, wishing everybody a happy new year. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the No Negative Behavior Show. I'm your host, Dice Dills. What's good? Got my boy in the building.
Yo, what it be like?
If you know, you know. I got my boy Kenny Lou in the building. If you know, you know. What's up, Kenny?
Everything's all right. Just happy to be here tonight.
Happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Another day.
Another dollar.
Another day.
Another dollar.
Another day.
Yeah.
What's your favorite line, bro?
Another dollar.
What happened? We went over. It's usually another day around the way, Lane.
Another day around the way.
There you go, Lane.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what
It's
it is.
okay.
Shout out to Kenny Lou.
Yes.
Yeah, for those that know, you know, this is my brother right here, Kenny. You know what I'm saying? How far we go back, Kenny?
Many, many years.
Many, many years.
Yes, many, many years and many, many hours.
And yeah, many hours for sure. Definitely, man.
Straight growing and developing.
All day, man. Happy to be here, brother. Happy to be here. I'm glad you made it to the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see you. You know, I don't get to see you that often. I used to see you every single day.
Every single day,
Yeah.
day in and day out.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Sandy too, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Miss Sandy.
My wonderful wife.
Wonderful,
Right.
wonderful Miss
Who was
Sandy.
with me the whole entire
The
way.
whole time. We love you, Miss Sandy. I know you over there watching, but we love you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we love you.
For sure, man. What happened?
We love you, Miss Sandy.
Yes, we do. We love you, Miss Sandy. Come on in if you want to come, Miss Sandy. The mic is open, baby. The mic is open, yeah. But, you know, I got my boy Kenny in the building, man, and it's good to have you here, brother. You know, we had many conversations in the past, you know what I'm saying? Many conversations. You've mentored me, you know what I'm saying? You gave me very sound advice at times. You know, some of it wasn't so sound, but most of it was good. Most of it was good, and you know, it was one of the people that I confided in, you know, during the course of my incarceration. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. Shout out to you, Skipper Lou.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, and it's been my pleasure to sponsor the brother.
Right,
But know that it was definitely not a one-side ordeal.
right,
We all have grown and developed, and we have all had opportunities to encourage one another. We have had opportunities to share one another's pain. We had opportunities to be what a brother might need in his time.
for sure.
You know,
Definitely.
it's just good to be on this side of the town.
Right,
It's good to be in this place where we are. It's good to have somebody that remembered the struggle.
right. It was definitely a struggle. You know, it was you know, thinking about it at this time, you know, at this time right here, you know, the type of the type of things that we went through at this time, you know, while we was incarcerated, it was, you know, we tried to find some happiness, you know what I'm saying, you know, being away from the family and, you know, and like, it was just like, how does it feel now, you know, after all that time being out? Like, how do you feel right now? Because I know this is the very first one for you, New Year's.
Yeah, it's very surreal, but it's gratifying. It makes me feel like the relationships that I have developed along the way
Right,
were worth the 1-2s we had to do to get there.
Right.
Because we definitely did some 1-2ing.
for sure.
And man, my first year home.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even go any further, just let me shout out my wife. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, I gotta shout out Mars too,
She,
man. 'cause-
forget about what you heard, guys. But the women are the reasons why we be who we are.
it's time to make a change.
Yes.
For once in
Yes.
my life.
Yes.
For sure. Definitely,
Absolutely.
bro. Definitely, because I have to say that too. I know Nicole is watching, and it was around, these times when the brothers was like down and trying to stay up, that our woman would pop up. They would be there. They would spend those 6 hours. They would drive those 6 hours, depending on where we was at.
Absolutely.
Driving 6 hours to stay 5 hours. And sometimes, I'm not going to say we take it for granted, but we don't realize the struggles that it took to get to these places and to bring what we want, because we always wanted something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's also you funny, Dad. It's also
the truth,
the opportunity. It's also the opportunity to really take some time to reflect on all that we had to endure and the people that were most important to us. Again, man, I advocate for the women, because at the end of the day, it's the women that make us be who we are and help us along the way. And what we share as brothers is almost as important, because in them times when the women were where they were and we had each other. And it's good to build those kind of relationships, so that when you get out, you have someone to encourage you, you have someone to push you in them times when you're not feeling as strong as you ought to. And sometimes
that's this thing here going.
Sometimes
it's bugging. Stop it.
It's difficult to adjust.
Oh, the keyboard.
So you have your brother who will do it with you along the way to keep you focused, because like I said, it's sometimes difficult, and we take for granted how much the woman has to endure, and she has to adjust as well. I know in my own personal life it's sometimes difficult, but it's the guys that I was with, especially Dice, that my wife is able to call when me and her can't get to where we need to be.
Shout out to Miss Sandy.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you, what it's re-entry. This is very, very last minute. I mean, I wasn't even gonna come to the show today. I'm just telling you, God moves. You know what I'm saying, Skip? And I wasn't coming. I wasn't feeling it. And then out the blue, you called me.
Yes.
Right? Wait. Shout out to Miss Sandy that she out in the lobby, but you called me, and it was, you encouraged me. You encouraged me once again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been times that when we was spinning the yard, I be feeling some kind of way, and here you come, you'll pop up, and I'm not taking anything away from the family and the loved ones, and what I'm saying, our wives, anything like that. But like you said, at those times when all we had was us,
each other,
you Miss Sandy, you want to come in? You could come on in here, Miss Sandy, because like you said you can inspire somebody, and you're part of the struggle too, Miss Sandy. You know what I'm saying? We know that you're part of the struggle, and it's definitely a struggle, and re-entry is not easy. It's a work in progress, and the relationship that Skip and I have transferred. We knew it was going to transfer from there to there. despite we have our own lives, but that it was at those times that I remember him like steel sharpen steel, as they say.
Yeah, metal sharpen metal.
Right. And like I said, with the God moves, that I wasn't even going to do the show. I wasn't even coming in, and then boom, I hear from you, and then I'm like, it would be an honor to bring you here. You're my brother. And to get you on the show is dope. You know what I mean? Just for sure, I had to drop a bomb, and y'all just don't know, what we've been through, like the struggles.
It's really almost like unbelievable.
Really.
But here we are, and like you said, God moves in in a way that he wants to move, and
Right.
we just happen to be the recipients of his goodness.
Right.
And we just got to be always mindful that it was God that brought us, and we have to remember that it's going to be God that keep us. And as long as we exercise those principles, I'm sure, Dice, really, that we'll be fine. You
Right.
know, we done cried together. We
Sure.
done we done some things, man.
Right.
We done some things, and people just need to know that relationships have to be developed. It's always good to have somebody that you could depend on,
Right.
and know that when you call them that they're going to show up.
For sure. Definitely.
And we have that. We have that. And I would encourage you other brothers that have developed relationships along the way to keep the realness of the relationship,
Right.
because you never know when you're going to have to tap into that source.
For sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
For sure. And it's still there, you know, it's still there. It's still there. You remember you spoke about church, and I ain't even gonna go there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dice. You go ahead and start.
Yeah,
go ahead and start. Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna speak about it because it was a hell of an experience. But I was talking about that time when I said that if I make this parole board, I was gonna sing a song.
Yeah. And he sang it.
I definitely sang.
And he sang
I
it.
almost didn't make it through it, but I did sing.
And
the
we're not
song.
going to talk about how you was looking, because that's between
Nah,
us.
you could
Now,
talk-
if you
nah.
want to act like you want to tell to people, then
Yeah,
you be
I
the one
mean,
to tell them.
hey.
Hey.
And my on my show, thus far, I've been open. I have been pretty much transparent, you know, for the most part.
Transparency is good.
Transparency. You can tell a story. Tell a story.
Well,
Let me hear how you hear it.
I
I
mean,
wanna
you
hear
know,
how you
we
saw it.
talked about if I make the board that I was going to present to the church something from my heart, and that's exactly what happened.
Right.
Because we always got to be mindful of what we have received, and the only indication that we real about what we have been blessed with is when we give it back. And the brother gave it back, and we was up in church having a good time.
Yes.
And Dice sang the song, and a lot of us cried, because that's what men really do.
Right.
You know, out in the street, you don't get the opportunity to do the things that men do in the penitentiary.
Right.
You know, because people's understanding of the penitentiary is violent and ugly and all of those things. But when God come into your life in the penitentiary, and you start to get with brothers that are like-minded, then you see the hand of God move.
Right.
And when the hand of God move, it's experiences like that makes for experiences like this one.
That's a fact.
I'm so, really, I'm
Right.
so happy to be right here, right now,
Right.
in this moment.
You and me
Because
both, brother.
it's not only an opportunity for me and Dice to get together, but it's an opportunity to give God some glory for all that He has done for us. And I'm telling you, my wife is out there in the audience.
Come on,
spot.
Sandy.
And,
Miss Sandy, come here. Don't make me come get you.
And even though she ain't coming, and even though she's not coming in, listen, again, man, I cannot salute her enough. You know how the song goes, give your baby a standing ovation. And I can't think of a better place than on the internet where everybody who know me and know her can see
There you go.
that we still doing it like we did it then. We doing it now. Thank you, Miss Sandy. I love you.
Miss Sandy.
Yes, I love you.
You hear that, Miss Sandy? Yeah, I wish she had a
Yes.
camera. Miss Sandy, I'm gonna come get you and pull you to this microphone because I'm gonna pull you to this microphone because you know we need to hear your experience too. You know. Yeah. What was that song? What was
What
the
song, Dice? What song you talking
Yeah, they.
about?
What was that song? What was the song?
What song, Dice?
That we at church that we was singing? What was the name of that song?
Yo, son, we sing a lot of songs.
No, the one where everybody started. I couldn't get through the song, man.
I don't remember the song, Dice. You the one was singing it.
I got it.
Well, go ahead, get it, people, son.
No,
I'm not gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry neither.
Well, you might.
I'm not gonna sing it.
Because you know how you get.
Right. If you remember, because I got to the part, my brothers prayed for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have me on their mind.
Right. For sure, man. Definitely, man. I ain't gonna sing that. No, Missy, I ain't singing. Maybe at the end of the show, I'll give you a little bit of that. You know, but it's just, to be here, like, again, I can't. I'm gonna reiterate it again because I don't know if my words are, expressing the feeling that I have, like to be here right now, here with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
And Miss Sandy, you too, Miss Sandy. To be here, because we wasn't just in that spot. It was every day, bro.
No, it was every day, and mostly all day, or whatever available time we had together. and we yeah.
Miss Sandy is off the hook. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love her. You gotta love her, boy, for sure. Drop a bomb on Miss Sandy, man, for sure. But it's just what was the class you was teaching? Malehood
The manhood.
to manhood, and the manhood class. That class was like, I took the class, and it was, just give the concept of it. What was the concept of the show?
Well,
of
the concept
program.
of the show was to
The program.
do the personal inventory that is necessary for a man to understand the qualifications of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
What we did was we examined the things that we were most convicted by, and we would analyze those things, and as a result of analyzing them, we would take out the bad and replace it with some good.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, what we did was we put some clothing on what a man is supposed to look like.
Right.
Because here's the thing, especially today,
Because people don't
understand
what a man
really is supposed
to look like.
And not only does it affect us as individual men, but it affects our family, it affects our sons, it affects our daughters, it affects our wives.
Right.
If there's no standard that we have, then we have no means to reach, or have no aspirations that we are seeking, so that we could reach a level that says that we have reached that place. And if your woman doesn't know what a man is, how does she seek the things that a man does? If your son doesn't know what a man is, how does he reach for the things that a man is supposed to do? If your daughter doesn't know what a man is, then she's going to spend her lifetime in a place where she doesn't get any fulfillment.
Right.
So not only are we trying to elevate young boys and men that are of age to reach for a standard that we can all hold one another accountable, but we also trying to let the women and our daughters. It's sad when you go through life and you be around a whole bunch of women that never had an opportunity to be with a man.
Right.
You you never have an opportunity. Your sons never have an opportunity to say, "Oh wow, my father is a man, and I want to be that."
Yeah.
And Dice, is with you and I as well. If we all have a different concept of what a man is, then how do I say to you, Dice, you in error?
Mm.
How do you say to me, Skip, you're in error, when we have no, we have nothing to reach for? Okay. Yes. Thank you, Miss Sandy. You brought me back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and not only that, why is it that it's so easy for us as men to love our homie more than we love our wives and our children? Why is it so easy for us to say, I'm going to leave my wife 3 o'clock in the morning and go hang out with my
homies,
man,
right,
where the things that we may be doing may take us away from our families? Why is it so easy for us to do that and think that we operating in a way that is most positive? Brothers, I'm saying this now, and I'll say it until the day I leave this place. Give your woman the respect that her hand called for. Give your homies what they supposed to get, but you have a priority to your loved ones.
Thank you.
And a man knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be like my wife says, long-winded, but I do want to say this. Every male will be a man. That's an absolute fact. You get that by virtue of just being born into that gender.
Right.
But my thing is, and what I'm asking you in the audience is, what kind of clothing is that man that you supposed to represent going to be wearing? And that's where the rubber meets the road.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's surreal, man. It's surreal, cause Skip, man, I was in a, I don't want to say a bad place, but I was in a funky mood, and I explained to you as such, and it's just crazy that again, like I'm stuck on this. I know you was talking about malehood to manhood, but I'm just stuck on how you popped up. I know Miss Sandy didn't want you to call me and things of that nature, but it's just funny the timing.
Yeah.
The timing of it.
Excuse me. Yes.
The timing of it, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, and it's a good thing. It's always good.
Again, Dice, you gotta let God have His way.
Right.
And I just try to be obedient to the voice. I try to be obedient to the voice that's in my heart.
Right.
And
the voice that's in your ear, Miss Sandy.
Yeah, and the voice that's in my ear, especially because sometimes we get annoyed with the voice.
Right.
But again, you have to recognize.
Keep talking.
And the blessings are designed to make things better for you. Yes. So yeah, Dice. I'm so glad that we had the opportunity. I'm so glad that we probably have more opportunities, and I'm so glad that I get an opportunity to reach out to the brothers that are familiar with us as individuals, and I'm so thankful that they will get an opportunity to say, these guys was real inside.
For sure.
And they are also real outside.
Most definitely, no matter what, And once again, we're never going to go back to that place. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, the rubber meets the road. Everybody's gonna be tested, and when they squeeze you, no matter what you say you are, when you get squeezed, we're gonna see what come out.
Yes.
And at times, you may think that you got it all together, right? You may think that you know everything about yourself, or this is who I am. You may say that, but when you get tested, when you get squeezed, that's when we're gonna see what come out. That's like the rubber meets the road, right? And I'm gonna give you an example, and because a lot of times we have habits that's so hardwired in us that we don't even realize it. And like me, I might have it covered up, but I might still be a monster.
Yeah.
And I might fool myself into believing that I'm not a monster because these habits, I got them covered up, but they hardwired in me, and I say that because I'm gonna give you an example. When I was powerlifting, we was doing a lot of training, strength and conditioning, to make my squat stronger, to get a stronger squat. I wanted to have like a 630 squat. So I practiced with this guy, and he showed me form. He showed me proper form. I had been doing it wrong all the time, and I 4 or 5 up and down like a seesaw, like it wasn't nothing. But he said, if you do the proper form, you will be able to lift more.
Yes.
Okay? So during the competition, when I put that 630 on my back, I went in the proper form to go down, but when I felt how heavy it was, what did I do? I went back to the way I knew how to do it.
Yes.
I said, forget I just automatically dismissed the proper form and went back to doing it the way I knew how to do it, the way I had hardwired in me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I didn't hurt myself. So, I say that to say out here, you might think that we got it, or anybody, might think that their habits are way below the surface until you confront it with a situation that might bring them habits out. And you know, and I'm really speaking about myself. I'm not speaking about nobody else, just me. You know, just me. And it is what it is, but I'm just, you know, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to even realize that about yourself. You understand? Because some people are walking on, they don't even realize it.
Well,
they don't even know
the
it.
thing is, Dice, we always gonna be challenged.
Say
And
it again.
we always gonna be challenged. And I hate to think that all them years of preparation are gonna be neglected.
No, I don't think that.
I definitely don't think that.
Not at
I
all.
mean,
Not at all.
we have endured in the most worst of situations, and we have come through with flying colors.
For sure.
So now we're going to get to where the test is even realer, and we're going to surrender all that we put in ourselves to the most serious situation. I mean, I've been home for a while now, and
You ain't been home that long.
but I've been home long enough to have been confronted with some serious situations, and I thank God for strengthening me, because I stayed true. I stayed true to what I was supposed to stay true to, despite the 625 I had to squat, despite
Right.
the 550 I had to bench press.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about proper training. It's about staying focused, and it's about knowing exactly where it is that you want to go. And again, man, I don't know if I could stress this enough. Get grounded, man.
What you mean by that?
Well, we all know that Jesus is my source and my power. And because I'm grounded, I have a place to go when I get weary that gives me strength that is outside of myself. And I know we're not really trying to advocate anything that is religious or anything like that. But from my own personal...
You can advocate
Okay,
whatever you want to
good.
advocate, my brother.
From my own personal point of view, Jesus is my source, and it's because of Jesus my life is different. I doubt very seriously if I will ever go back to them places where I used to be. Who wants to be the guy that have their family frightened to be around them? Who wants to be the guy that have their family embarrassed by their actions? Who wants to go back to that place? And without Jesus and without the things that I've learned that I advocate in the manhood program, I would never be able, like you said, Dice, to do those things that are new, to operate in proper form. But because Jesus is my portion, because I took the time out to cry in my cell when nobody else was around, because I had to say to myself, look, you're no good father, you're no good husband, you're no good son, you're no good uncle, because I was willing to confront those things, I have a new perspective. And what I did was, by the grace of God again, I just had made a promise to myself that I will always be the man that the people that love me the most need me to be. I was one time reading something that is, I don't know if I'm gonna say it verbatim, but I pray that you guys get the point. Are we responsible for those who love us, or are we responsible for those we love? I'll leave that in the audience hand, because I
Call in. Let's leave that question up to the audience. The number is 718-705-4959, 718-705-4959. Or you can call 914-968-6499. That's 914-968-6499. What's the question again, Skip?
Again, are we responsible for those who love us, or are we responsible for those that we love?
Okay. Y'all got that? That's the question. Are we responsible for the ones that love us, or are we responsible for the ones that we love? Deep question, man. It's, in the meantime, between time, because there's a little delay, they might call, a couple of minutes later. There it go already. That's the phone. Hello, you on the air? No Negative Behavior Show.
What's happening, Big Dice?
What's good?
Mr. Day, sir. How we doing?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Day? What's going on? Shout out to Day, one of my frequent listeners, Officer Day. What's good, brother?
Absolutely. I just wanted to respond to that question. Are we responsible for the ones we love, or are we responsible for the ones that love us?
Right.
Are we still answering? Are we still asking this question?
Yes, we're definitely asking this question. You're the first one to respond. Let's hear it.
Right. Because the answer is neither. We are not responsible for anybody but ourselves. We are responsible to the ones we love, and we are responsible to the ones that love us. I'm responsible for me only and for my actions. That's the only thing I can take control of. That's the only thing I can take full responsibility for.
Okay.
I can't be responsible to my community members, though.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Do you want to respond to that, Skip? This is him speaking, so it's his opinion. But would you like to respond to that?
Well, I mean, thank you. First of all, Brother Dave, thank you for calling. I do remember you. I just recently left Woodburn, so I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And I also know the transition that you made in your life.
For sure.
And I definitely congratulate you for it, because it took a lot of nerve to step out on faith and do what you do.
Balls.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I'll tell you my own personal feeling. People who love you because there's something in you that makes them move in a particular kind of way. But you don't have to love them because they love you. But when you're dealing with people who you love, then it puts a different spin on it, because now the responsibility is on you, because now these very same people who you're advocating to have expectations, and those expectations are the ones that you're supposed to be ready at any given time to fulfill. But again, bro,
absolutely not.
No, wait up, brother. Let me make my point. There's definitely your answer is your answer.
Right.
And you can feel how you want to feel. I'm just expressing how I feel about it.
Right. We could dig it.
But go ahead, Mr. Day, if you want to bring the noise, let's do that.
We got it. Somebody else was calling, but the phone didn't ring again? Oh, no, that wasn't it. But Day, you want to respond? You want to say something else in regards to that question, Officer Day? I'll stop calling this dude Officer Day.
Yeah, unless you're gonna put a badge in my pocket. That'd be great.
It's just having hardwired. That's what I'm talking about. Hardwired.
Stuck in that story, but it's all right. We're gonna build new stories together. So I'd love to rebut. I appreciate your love and your energy, but for the sake of men like you coming home and trying to understand, remember the question was about responsibility. It's not about love. And you mentioned expectations, and let's be careful when we're starting to talk about expectations, right? Because would it be fair if you held expectations of your family members and they didn't meet them? Right? Because what is an expectation? An expectation is a silent promise that they didn't know they had to keep. And you can't be responsible for somebody else's expectations, whether they're of you, for you, or to you. And you shouldn't hold expectations of other individuals that are irresponsible, right? Because they don't know that that's supposed to happen. I have expectations of my children, but if I don't address that and air that out for them to know, they'll never know how to address my expectation. It's just going to lead to frustration, confusion, and broken feelings. If you really love the people who love you and you love them, then don't hold expectations. Be honest and hold them accountable and be responsible for your behavior. That's just my opinion.
Well, don't you think accountability is an expectation, brother?
Absolutely not. They're two different things.
That sounds like another show.
Yeah, that sounds like maybe we'll start the year that way.
Yeah, something like that. I remember. I know. What was that book called, Dave? The Four
Agreements by Manuel Louis.
The Four Agreements, right? I remember the Four Agreements spoke to that. And I get what both of you are saying, and I think it's coming from different perspectives. What Skip was saying. Being responsible to the ones you love, meaning like, doing what you're supposed to do, like doing the right thing. And it's sort of like being accountable in a way.
Sure it is.
It's kind of like that, but I understand what you're saying too, because I also read that book, The Four Agreements, and being responsible for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I get it, Day, and you know what? You're both are right in a certain way. You both can be right, and you both can agree to disagree, and you both are gonna have a happy New Year. Happy New Year, Lane. Super duper Lane.
Super duper, man. And I want you all to know because y'all probably don't know.
Day is another one of our brothers, man.
I bought that back.
Right.
Yeah, I bought that back.
What, the Super Duper Lane?
Super Duper Lane.
Nah, I think you got that from me.
No,
brother.
It never happened, Dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember how the
Miss
brothers
Sandy
used to
said,
get mad.
"Shut up, Skip."
Oh, she did?
Yes, she did. She said, "Shut up." Shout out to Miss Sandy.
Well, thank you, baby Picture, for having me on again.
Yo, Day, I love you, man. Happy New Year to you and your family, my brother.
Happy New Year to you too and your family as well, brother.
Right, 2020 is near.
2020 they say it's going to be a good year.
Just a few hours away.
A few hours away. In 2020, it's going to be as good as we want it to be.
Love you, my brother.
Absolutely. I'm going to keep listening in. Thank you, sir, for having me on.
For sure. Peace, Day. Peace. Wow, shout out to Day. I keep. Boy, Sandy, we hear you back there ad-libbing, man. You don't want to step up to the mic. Miss Sandy's scared to get on the mic right now. But it's all good. We hear you. And, yo, Kenny, there was something else that I was going to say before Day called. I wanted to say to you about, I can't remember. It'll come back to me. You know, I got CRS, brother.
Yeah, you got some other stuff too, but
can't remember shit.
We're not going to talk about those other things.
Yeah, what other things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice, man, we used to spend that yard, and we didn't have some serious discussions.
Yeah.
And I hope and I pray that maybe we'll get another opportunity to share with the public and the people that are listening to the show.
Right.
Some of the thoughts that we kicked around in the penitentiary, because absolute fact, it was those very thoughts that bring us to the place we are today.
Yeah.
And again, you know, everybody think that the penitentiary is a place for punishment. I mean, it is a place for people to go when they are outside of the confines of the law. But there's also a place where we should take advantage of our time and do the personal inventory so that we can get to the place where we most need to be. Because we do have families, we do have children, we do have wives, and most importantly, we have a community that is in need of the things that we have to offer. And it was those times when we walked that yard and spoke about those things that we spoke about that make us be who we are today. Yeah, Miss Sandy is definitely coming in tonight.
So you want to speak a little bit about like reentry? Like how is that, the reentry part? Because was it, you know, we had those talks too, and you know, I expressed to you that, you know, it wasn't going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be all the way easy, but, you know, I don't know if you want to go into that right now.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You know, thank God. Again, thank God I was fortunate because I do have a good wife. And, you know, we argue, we fight almost daily. But the bottom line is she made transition for me very easy, because she provided the things that was most needful. And again, I'm grateful to her for that. So I don't know about nobody else, but for me, the transition really was not that difficult. What may be difficult, what may be difficult is the expectations of others.
Right.
And what happens is
how much time did you do, Skip?
21 years.
21 years.
Let me go even further, guys. 7,000 days.
Oh, wait. Sandy made a point. She made a point.
Not just me.
Everybody.
Yes, my wife
Everybody.
too. My wife too.
Yeah.
And the children too.
And the children.
And that's why I put so much emphasis on the things that I had to correct so that I could be the father, the husband, and the man that I needed to be. But in answer to your question, Dice, 7,000 days, 670.
Right. I get it.
And now, what do I do with that? What do I use as a motivation?
I know them numbers too.
Let me give back 7,670 days. And the same way I did it in the penitentiary, one day at a time, I do it out here, one day at a time.
So you want to give back to who? What do you mean by that? Give back 7,000 days. That's 21 years, brother.
21 solid years.
All right. So what do you mean you want to give that back?
I want to give back again, you know, I don't want to make this about my wife, but it is about her. And she have did those 7,000 days with me, and so have my children. And so I definitely want to be the man that they expect me to be. I definitely want to do that.
When
But
you said
now-
she did it with you, what does that mean?
that means that she was home alone. She was crying. She had to raise children that was out of control. She had to be the one to go to court with them. She had to be the one to go to school with them. She had to be the one that cried every night when they thought that they were man enough to not come home. I mean, you people out there who have experienced the penitentiary life with a loved one understand exactly what we're talking
Miss
about.
Sandy, would you please come over here and explain this to us, please? Miss Sandy? Or you just explain it to us from right there. You don't even have to come. Okay.
Miss Sandy
got
said
it.
it's her pain and
It's
it's
not
not
everybody
everybody
else's pain. We
But
got that.
Speaking for myself and my family, man, listen, guys, I can't stress it enough. Your women, man, the women are dynamite, and you know a lot of us take advantage of women that are kind and do the things that don't speak to growth and development. But those of us who know and understand our women and the plight that they went through, we supposed to give them everything that they had called for and a little bit extra.
I was meek and mild-mannered when he met me.
You was what?
Meek and mild-mannered when he met me.
She said she was meek and mild-mannered. What does that mean?
He knows that.
She was a young woman growing and developing and ready to be a wife and do all the things that were required in her role as a wife. And what happened is when you leave your woman like that with your children, then they have to deal with life on life terms. And what it does is it hardens them sometimes. But in that process, it makes them stronger and it makes them better.
Mm-hmm. How many children you got?
I got 2 children, 2 sons,
Okay.
35 and 31,
Copy.
Saya and Shayla.
Right.
And, you know, my woman is a little rough, but I appreciate her. And I know that she's really just expressing her pain sometimes. And sometimes in her expressing her pain, it doesn't feel good to me. But again, I know what she's been through, and I know how she supported me. And guys, just one more thing, because I don't want to be long-winded about this.
No, go ahead.
What do you
Speak,
What do you
brother.
do for a woman that has cancer, and she's on a deathbed, and she says to you, Kenneth, what are you going to do if I die? How do you repay that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get to the place where you make her understand that you understand what it is that she was offering to you at that time? I mean, I remember my woman coming weighing 100 pounds, and she's struggling with 35 pounds.
I remember that
I could
too.
be all right. You was there, Dice.
I remember that.
So you know
I
I'm not
remember
just
them
making
days,
this
bro.
up. And I just need her to know. I'm so glad she's over there listening, and I'm so glad I'm saying it to the world so she can know my position. Baby, you the greatest, and I recognize your plight.
You got it. Hey, that ain't no fake clap. That's a round of applause. Yeah, we give you that.
Yes,
real
yes,
clap,
yes,
real
yes,
clap.
yes.
All right, all right. Yeah, he right here.
Video, he can clap too.
Yeah, you clapping. There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, guys.
Well said, brother.
Yeah, I just try to be mindful.
Well said.
I just try to be mindful.
You're long-winded. Cut it back.
Okay, baby. She say I'm long-winded.
Nah, you well said.
Keep talking and talking. You don't know to shut the hell up. Just shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
man.
negative behavior.
No negative behavior, man. That's the show, man. We've been in this, almost a year. Been laying it down, and it's the end of the year. So it's the last show of the year, and I got my brother here, and it just once again it just happened the way it happened. So
Like a damn, like a gnat. You keep coming back.
Yes, Kenny. Yes, Kenny. So far so good on the reentry. After 7,000 and some odd days,
670 dice.
7,670 days. It's still practically new. You seeing it, but it's still practically new. And you know, you got your lane. You good. And you know, you living with Miss Sandy, and and all is well. It's good to see you too, Miss Sandy. It's good to see Miss Sandy. You know, I speak to her often, and then you know today I got to see her. Got to meet your grandson.
Yes.
Word. Got to meet
St. Louis.
St. Louis. 3 months old. I was able to hold him. You know, Miss Sandy kept Sandy kept giving me the baby to hold the baby, and you know, St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah, definitely. Got it. You know, and I can't wait to come visit y'all, you know what I'm saying? And stay over there. You know, I ain't staying in no hotel, right, Miss Sandy?
He might be sleeping in the trunk. No, we all might be, and him.
Yo.
Yeah, we might be.
Yeah, man. But you know, it's just it is what it is, man. We out here now, though, brother.
Yes.
This is we out here. It's time to do what we said we was gonna do. It's time to you know get your spoon together.
Yes.
Get that spoon together. You know my boy Cook.
Yeah.
Commercial kitchens and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Shelters always need cooks.
Shelters always need cooks.
For sure. And you know, and just live the rest of your life, brother.
That's right.
And the rest of your life, man, and just, you know, celebrate life.
Celebrate life.
For sure. And that's it, bro. That's what it's about, man. Moment to moment. As Zevi said, life is perfect as it is, bro.
That's right. Especially when you understand what it is that you're dealing with.
Yeah. Whatever you go through, or whatever you're going through, you go through it. You know, you just make sure you don't get stuck in that moment. You go through it, over it, under it, around it, however you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? But you never stop and get stuck there. You just keep moving and keep going forward, and you'll get to where you need to go. You know, a lot of times we get stuck in that moment. And I say this so often, you know, that the past is in the wrong position. The past is in the forefront, and the future is somewhere else. So I always say this, take the past out the front and put the future where it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? And get rid of that past, you know what I mean? The past got you to where you are now. It's time for the future moves.
Yo, you know, it's funny, man. I was in someone's house this morning.
Yeah, bring the mic a little
I was
closer.
in someone's house this morning, and they had something written on the wall. You know, I looked at it briefly, so I'm going to have to paraphrase again. And it was talking about how do you operate in situations that are storm-like. And the catchphrase was, I learned how to dance in the rain. And it couldn't have been better said.
Right.
Because them 21 years was the storm.
Right.
And what we really had to do is learn how to dance in the rain. So in other words, what I'm really saying
Say
is,
that again, man. Just paraphrase it one more time.
I'm going to paraphrase it one more time. Storms will come and storms will go.
Right.
But what we have to learn how to do is, despite the storm, learn how to dance in the rain.
Right.
It's the same thing when people say, they talk about lemons and turning the
lemonade.
and the lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Same principle. But I think I like it better when the storm comes, instead of crying about it, learn how to dance in the rain and take it to the next level.
Yeah. I think you speaking to me with that one, Kenny.
Okay.
I think you speaking to me with that, bro, for sure. For sure, I definitely think you spoke. Hey, yo, man, yo, you sucker,
Stop,
man. Word up, man.
You better start crying, son. You better start crying.
I ain't gonna cry, man. I ain't
All
gonna
right.
cry. I ain't crying. I'm just saying, you just a funny little buddy, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
All right,
bro.
super duper lame.
Word. It is what it is, man.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
37 years.
37 years.
All
Me
right.
and Miss Sandy.
37 years. That's a long time, man. Yo, they've been together so long that they starting to look alike.
Now we do look alike.
They talk alike, look alike, all of that. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. But you know, it is what it is, man. And I got them both here, and you know, just it's good to have you once again, brother.
Thanks, Dice. It's good to be here.
Yeah, man. And this is still is funny.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all know, man. Y'all
Give
just don't
us
know.
free.
Right, give us free. You just don't know, bro. Just don't know. It's been a long time, and you know we on the green side of grass. You know what I mean? We standing tall on the other side of the wall. You know what I mean? And you know this is my bro right here for real. This is my bro.
All day, every
You know, the left hook. You know what I'm saying? That's him right there. You know, that's the left hook. You on left hook, I'm gonna throw you to the devil. And this is my bro. So, you know, just to, you know, to be here with him, you know, that's what's up. I can't think of a better show.
A better place to be, right?
Yeah, a better show for the end of the year, because initially the No Negative Behavior show was about guys like us. I created this platform for guys like us that was coming out, that was, you know, had something positive to say, that was bringing, you know, some type of information that people can use, you know, tools that they can use. You know what I mean? You know that saying, how could you lose with the shit I use? Those type of tools needed to be brought to the attention of the masses, so, you know, they won't keep circling the drain. You know, they won't end up behind them same walls and spend those same yards that we did, and for the most part, you know, give them an idea of where they're heading. You know, because a lot of times people don't know. They don't even know where they at on the map. So, you know, guys like us, we can kind of like tell you, yo, you are here. We can give you that direction. And this is what I created this show for. And, you know, what a way to end it, the end of the year. You know, my brother, my mentor, he in the building. Shout out to Kenny Lou in the building. You know? Kenny Lou.
That's it.
Yeah.
Derek.
Yes.
Yes.
You gonna sing that song?
No, I'm not singing the song.
Yeah, sing the song, brother.
No, I'm not singing the song.
Why, you think you're gonna cry?
No, I'm not gonna cry. You gonna cry because
I'm
it's your
not
song.
gonna cry.
Then
Just
give it to the people. It's
Nah,
your
I don't.
song.
You
I
be
wasn't
singing.
the one that sang it.
Here you go. Here you go. What was your favorite saying? What was that? Give the Lord a hand clap.
Give the Lord a
How to go? How it go? How it
God
go?
is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
And if you believe that in your heart, then give the Lord a hand clap. Yes. Yes.
Every single time.
Every
You didn't
day.
even change it.
Can't
That was
change it.
yeah. That
Can't
was it.
stop, won't stop.
That's it. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't
right.
lose till the casket drop, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Kenny Rock don't stop till he see the body drop. Yeah.
Old school.
Yes, yes.
Old
yes, yes,
school,
yes.
man. You know, and what we hear, freedom reign. You know, a lot of people shouting you out, Kenny. And
All right.
yeah, it's definitely a blessing.
Shout outs to the brothers.
Definitely shout outs to the brothers.
All the brothers, you know who you are.
Right.
You know where we been.
Yeah, they already
And
know.
more importantly, you know how we do.
For sure. For sure, man. And once again, like, yo, we got 6 minutes left, man. We still got some time. I was looking over here.
Okay.
You know, just tell me something, a funny story. A funny story you remember. I could think of a couple.
I could tell you one story.
Uh-huh.
You know, me and Dice, we really don't never fight.
Right.
But there was one guy there that Dice had some feelings about. And Dice was not feeling the way that I was supporting the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And one day we had a difference, and we came outside, and Dice cursed me out. Rah, 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 rah.
Mm-hmm.
You know Chris.
Oh yeah.
You know Chris,
Yeah.
But what I was trying to make him understand is, he doesn't have to like them, but they are someone that I like, and just because we have a relationship that's solid, doesn't mean that because he has a dislike that I have to change how I deal with this.
And that is so true. That transfers into any relationship.
Exactly.
Any relationship.
But he didn't see that day.
I didn't.
But here's the beautiful part about it. At the end of the day, because I didn't respond, I just, all right, Dice, if that's how you feel. At the end of the day, with a little bit of reflection, because he got love in his heart for me, he came and apologized.
Mm-hmm.
And, we could talk, guys in jail are crazy and we'll hurt something, forget about that. A real man is going to recognize his error, and if he have love in his heart for you, then he going to take the necessary steps to repair the relationship or make sure that the relationship get to the place where it's most productive. So Dice, again, I appreciate that.
Oh, no doubt.
And I'm saying it to all you brothers out there, pay attention to the things that we're saying, because I in my heart,
You can sit back.
I fully understand that Dice and I have developed a relationship that is going to be forever. I think that no matter where we at, we always going to be connecting with one another.
Dope.
And we always going to do the thing that is going to promote positive well-being.
Definitely.
Yeah, brother. So if you have a homie, then just let a homie, man.
Word.
Let a homie, man.
Word. Word. You know,
Because that's part of what men do.
definitely. And a lot of times, nowadays, men is scared to show that type of emotion because they don't associate that with being real, or they think, it's you got to be hard all the time. I cry too, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I cry, I hurt, I feel pain, all that. I be sad, and I'm still a man, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't negate the fact that I'm a man. It's just that, I'm in tune. I'm in tune. And a lot of times those things are healthy for you, man. Like crying, I don't know, like crying is a release.
Sure it is.
Come on, man.
Same
It's a
thing
release,
like lifting
brother.
weights.
Same thing
Bust
like lifting
that
weights.
stress down.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. And like I feel pain, I go through it. All of that, man, all of that.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people don't think that we feel pain, because we don't show it the way that they show it.
In a conventional kind of way.
Yeah, in a conventional kind of way, but sometimes the dude be hurting, and that's what I was talking about. Like my pain when I'm hurting, this is something that I need to work with, because when I'm hurting, the things that I do, I need to work on that. Just simple and plain.
Well, it doesn't stop. Dice, the work doesn't stop.
Nah, it definitely doesn't
There's
stop.
always room for improvement.
Right. What'd you say, crew? Oh, yeah, but it is what it is, brother. And, Miss Sandy, we love you out here. Yeah, Miss Sandy. That's it. Yeah, but 2020, you have anything planned, like any goals planned for 2020, bro?
You're going to be locked down in the house.
Yeah, according to Miss Sandy.
Yeah.
I'll just change one warden for another one.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But no, I have plans. I'm really want to get my book published. It's already written.
Okay.
I want to get my program off the ground again. It's called Convictions, and it's a sister program to the manhood program.
Okay.
And I've yet to become employed, but I'm sure that in the next couple of days or next couple of weeks, I will be employed.
Right.
And again, man, just to be able to love on my people.
Mm-hmm.
Love on my people and stay positive and give back whenever I can.
Copy that.
Yes.
It's time I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. That's how I'm feeling right now, bro. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, man.
Yes.
I'm getting back into it, and I'm gonna just, start working out, focus more on the things that I was doing when I first came home. And it is what it is, man. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do, brother. And I want to wish everybody a safe, very safe, and happy New Year. 2020 is on the cusp. It's coming. It's right around the corner. And, just be careful, be safe, man. Be merry. And,
Yes.
And then it's another day around the way. That's
Just another day
Un
around.
dia a la vez. That's it, baby. One day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's it. I'm not going to rush nothing. I wish everybody, peace. I wish you happiness. I wish you wealth, good health, and all of that for the new year, man. And we about to sign off. Miss Sandy, You want to say something? Just say Happy New Year to the people, Miss Andy. She said deuces. Deuces. Love y'all, man. We signing off, bro.
Happy
Peace
New Year,
from the No Negative Behavior Show.
Yes.
All love, man.